Billy Mays here for OxyClean.
More than 1 million children were homeless in the richest nation in the world.
Homelessness. In America, over 500,000 people sleep on the streets at any given night. These people range from veterans, children, men, women, and those with disabilities or mental illnesses. Throughout our country, the homelessness epidemic grows, and the results of it can be seen in our very own backyards. In Nevada, Las Vegas ranks 8th in the number of most homeless people living in a metropolitan area in 2017. As the numbers are a concern to not only those living in the state of Nevada, but those present in the United States, people debate on what the best solution will be to the problem, despite its complexity. Due to the factors that come along with being homeless, a homeless person's life and health change drastically. The life expectancy of a person experiencing homelessness is only 48 years old. Substance abuse, addiction, and mental illness can also become issues in a homeless person's health. Around 20 to 25% of the homeless population has a severe mental illness. 38% of the homeless population abuses alcohol, and 26% abuses drugs other than alcohol. There are many avenues of providing aid to those affected by homelessness. One of the first options accessed for those who are homeless is the homeless shelter.
And here, it's not just a shelter, and I want to make sure that everybody knows that we're not just a shelter. We have employment specialists, we have housing specialists, we have trainings for alcohol and drug issues, for mental health. So we do wraparound services. So we don't just shove you in a shelter, and say, okay, go live your life, because it's impossible.
And we serve breakfast. We serve a continental breakfast for the men outside, about 300, 350. Women and children in here, and that would be after our program eats. So we got 100 for program, about 70 for the women, and then the 350 outside. And then we serve off-property stuff, which would be the drop-in center, 2 buildings down. There's 160, 50 in the women's drop-in center, and then there's a family shelter next door that's another 90 people.
Oftentimes, the shelter provides counseling, food, shelter, and a place to start to recover and get back on one's feet. In Nevada, the state ranks 4th in the nation of homeless people who are unsheltered. Unfortunately, due to the nation's sheer numbers of homeless, oftentimes the shelters find themselves in overflow. When there are too many people for the shelter, there are emergency actions taken to ensure that the maximum amount of people can be supported. In Reno, due to the below freezing temperatures, the city decided that a temporary structure must be created in order to support those who were unable to fit in the main shelter.
We have an overflow shelter. This shelter holds 302 people. That includes men, women, and families, so individuals and families. And then we have an overflow shelter for individuals, and that has 150. So everything's full. And with the cold weather upon us, we have like 20 people sleeping outside these gates every night. And so we had to come up with a really quick solution.
At the end of the day, homelessness may never be entirely eradicated. However, as long as there is support in the community and hope for recovery, we can still make a difference. We must guarantee everyone's right to life, liberty, and happiness. We must build up, not ignore the crumbling of our communities. Homeless does not mean hopeless.